Good morning everybody and welcome back to part 2 at Cooking with Mr. Cookie. Now today we're going to do something a little bit different. We did sweet last week, we're going to do savoury this week. And because it's well-being week, we're going to throw in a little bit of a twist. Now before we get started, make sure you have parental supervision when using the frying pan and the toaster. And here is all our ingredients. We're going to have 1 tablespoon of butter for the frying pan. We've got our eggs and we've got our seasoning. Very simple, very easy. And then we've got our bread to toast up for our scrambled eggs on toast. Now we're going to be making the creamiest scrambled eggs. Now to make the creamiest scrambled eggs, it's actually all about technique. And for the flavour, we're going to put in a secret ingredient. Oh yeah. But first, we're going to wash our hands. Next, we're going to melt our butter. Make sure with the frying pan you've got parental supervision. We're going to turn it on and put it up to half heat. Number 5. We're going to put in our butter. We're going to let that melt. Oh yeah, let it melt. Now as I mentioned, the secret ingredient, my secret ingredient is smoky salt. Oh, brings out so much flavour, it smells so good. After we've got our butter in the pan, we're going to do our eggs and get it all ready. Alright, got to crack them. I find the best way of cracking them is to do it on a flat surface. If you have any eggshell, use another eggshell to scoop it out. That's the best technique. Now that we've got our eggs in there, it's time to season. I'm going to start off with a pinch of pepper. Nice. Next up, I've got my smoky salt and I'm going to use half a teaspoon. I want you to use about half a teaspoon per 4 eggs. So I'm going to use a little bit of a heaped teaspoon because we've got an extra egg in there. Generally, when you're cooking scrambled eggs, it's normally 2 eggs per adult. Next up, you're going to mix it all together, whisk it all together. You want to break up all the egg yolk. You want to make sure it is all together. Have a look at that. It is starting to look very nice. Now you know you're ready to cook once your butter is all melted like that. And we're going to wait until it starts to bubble. So keep a close eye on it. Not yet. Okay, it's starting to bubble. You can see it there. We're going to put in our eggs. Oh yeah. Just nice and on top. Make sure you get it all out. Nice. You're going to use a nice flat spatula. We're going to do my secret technique. Let's go to it. Alright, to start with, we're going to start with small little circles all the way around. When it starts to solidify a lot more than it is now, we're going to start doing some long strokes. Solidify means when it starts turning from that liquid to that solid. As you can see, it's starting to solidify a lot more, so we're going to start changing up our technique to long strokes from one side of the pan to the other. We're just going to go all the way around. About halfway through this process, when you see it all solidifying, you can probably start your toast. Alright, once it's mostly started to look like a solid, there's not much liquid left in the pan, I'm actually going to take it off the heat and let the frying pan's heat do the rest. So you don't want to overcook them. But you're still going to do the same technique, pushing it around the frying pan on that heat. Beautiful. It is looking very nice. Now, this will generally get you a nice, smooth and creamy consistency, but if you want them a little less creamy, just cook them a little bit longer. Now these eggs are looking really nice. I'm going to clump them all together while we get all our other ingredients ready. Woo! Our toast is done. Our eggs are done. It's time to serve them up. Woo, yeah! Okay. Now, because it's well-being week, we're going to do something special. Make sure you get your presentation looking beautiful, because you're going to serve this to your lovely parents who have been looking after you all this time during lockdown. Then you get your little hearts, pop them on top. And there we go. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me again with Cooking with Mr. Cookie. Let me know if you liked my new recipe, and see you again next week.